If you're over 65 and think your romantic life is over, I'm about to share 7 secrets that will completely change your perspective. I'm Dr. James Whitaker, and in my 25 years as a urologist specializing in senior health, I've helped thousands of couples rediscover intimacy they thought was lost forever. Just last week, a 72-year-old patient named Margaret came to my office with tears in her eyes. She said, "Doctor, my husband Robert and I have been married 48 years, but we feel like strangers in our own bedroom." 3 months later, she called to thank me. "We feel like newlyweds again," she said. What I'm about to share with you today are the exact 7 secrets I shared with Margaret and Robert. Secrets that the medical community doesn't openly discuss, but should. These aren't just theories. These are proven methods that have transformed the intimate lives of thousands of seniors. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the #1 mistake that 89% of couples over 65 make that kills intimacy completely, and how to avoid it. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I share life-changing health information like this every week that could transform your golden years. Secret number 1, the communication breakthrough. Let's start with secret number 1. Most couples stop talking about intimacy after 40 years of marriage, and this silence is killing their connection. Here's what happens. As we age, our bodies change. Men may experience changes in their physical response, women go through menopause, and both partners often feel embarrassed or ashamed to discuss these changes. So they suffer in silence. Margaret told me, "We used to talk about everything, but somewhere along the way, we stopped talking about that." This is incredibly common. The breakthrough secret: schedule intimate conversations, just like you'd schedule a doctor's appointment. I call it the Wednesday wine rule. Every Wednesday evening, sit down with a glass of wine or cup of tea and have an honest conversation about your physical and emotional needs. Start with these 3 questions. 1. What makes you feel most loved and appreciated? 2. What physical changes are you experiencing that we should discuss? 3. How can we support each other better in our intimate relationship? Robert was skeptical at first. "Doc, we're in our 70s. Isn't it too late for all this talking?" I told him what I'm telling you. It's never too late. After just 4 weeks of Wednesday conversations, Margaret and Robert reported feeling more connected than they had in decades. The medical research backs this up. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Sex and Marital Therapy found that couples over 65 who engaged in regular intimate communication reported 73% higher satisfaction rates compared to those who didn't. Remember, intimacy starts in the mind and heart before it reaches the body. Secret number 2, your body isn't broken, it's adapting. Secret number 2 will shock you. The physical changes you're experiencing aren't signs that your romantic life is over. They're signals that it needs to evolve. For men over 65, testosterone levels naturally decline by about 1% per year after age 30. By 70, you may have 30 to 40% less testosterone than in your prime. For women, menopause brings dramatic changes in estrogen and progesterone levels. But here's the secret most doctors won't tell you. These changes don't mean the end of intimacy. They mean the beginning of a new chapter that can actually be more satisfying than before. Let me tell you about Frank, a 69-year-old retired teacher. He came to me devastated because his body wasn't responding like it used to. "I feel like I'm failing my wife," he said. I explained to Frank that his body was simply operating differently now, not poorly. Instead of fighting these changes, we needed to work with them. For men, this means understanding that arousal may take longer and require more stimulation. That's not a bug, it's a feature. It encourages more foreplay, more intimacy, and more connection with your partner. For women, reduced natural lubrication doesn't mean reduced desire. It simply means your body needs different support. High-quality, water-based lubricants aren't just helpful, they're game changers. I also recommended Frank start taking 3,000 IU of vitamin D daily, along with zinc and magnesium supplements. These nutrients are crucial for maintaining healthy hormone production. Within 6 weeks, Frank reported significant improvements. "It's not like I'm 25 again," he said, but I feel confident and capable again. The key is working with your body's new rhythm, not against it. Chakrikon. Secret number 3, the hidden medication culprits. Secret number 3 is something your doctor should have told you, but probably didn't. Common medications prescribed to seniors are secretly sabotaging your intimate life. Blood pressure medications, particularly beta blockers and diuretics, can significantly impact intimate function. Antidepressants, especially SSRIs, are notorious for reducing desire and response. Even antihistamines for allergies can affect arousal. Here's the shocking truth. A 2020 study found that 67% of people over 65 taking 3 or more medications experience some form of intimacy-related side effects, but only 12% of doctors proactively discuss this with their patients. Let me share Eleanor's story. This 68-year-old grandmother came to me frustrated and confused. "Doctor, everything was fine until last year and then suddenly, nothing." When I reviewed her medications, I discovered she'd been prescribed a new blood pressure medication 6 months earlier. Now, I'm not suggesting you stop taking prescribed medications. That would be dangerous and irresponsible. But I am suggesting you have an honest conversation with your doctor about these side effects. Here's what I did for Eleanor. I worked with her cardiologist to switch her to an ACE inhibitor, which has fewer intimate side effects than the diuretic she was taking. We also adjusted the timing of her other medications. Additionally, I recommended she start taking L-arginine, an amino acid that supports healthy blood flow. The dosage I typically recommend is 3 to 5 grams per day, split into 2 doses. For men dealing with medication-related issues, I often recommend discussing with their doctor whether they're candidates for low-dose daily options rather than higher-dose as-needed medications. Natural alternatives can also help. Ginkgo biloba, in doses of 120 to 240 milligrams daily, has shown promise in counteracting medication-induced intimate dysfunction. Red ginseng, at 600 to 1,000 milligrams daily, can also be beneficial. Within 3 months, Eleanor reported dramatic improvements. "I feel like myself again," she said. "The lesson? Your medications might be the hidden culprit, but there are always solutions if you're willing to advocate for yourself." Secret number 4, the hormone optimization. Secret number 4 is revolutionary. You can naturally optimize your hormones at any age, and the results will amaze you. Most people think hormone decline is inevitable and irreversible. That's simply not true. While we can't turn back time, we can significantly improve our hormonal health through targeted nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle changes. For men, testosterone optimization isn't just about intimate health. It affects energy, mood, muscle mass, and overall vitality. For women, balancing estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone can restore not just intimate desire, but also improve sleep, mood, and cognitive function. Let me tell you about Charles and Dorothy, both 71 years old. They came to me as a couple, which I always appreciate. Charles had low energy and reduced interest in intimacy. Dorothy was experiencing vaginal dryness and hot flashes that made intimacy uncomfortable. Here's the hormone optimization protocol I recommended. For Charles, zinc, 15 milligrams daily to support testosterone production. Vitamin D3, 4,000 international units daily. Resistance training, 3 times per week for 30 minutes. High-intensity interval training, 2 times per week. Adequate sleep, 7 to 8 hours nightly. Intermittent fasting, 16-8 protocol. For Dorothy, black cohosh, 40 milligrams daily for hot flashes. Evening primrose oil, 1,000 milligrams daily for hormonal balance. Maca root, 1,500 milligrams daily for natural hormone support. Regular weight-bearing exercise. Stress reduction through meditation or yoga. I also recommended both of them increase their consumption of hormone-supporting foods. Grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon, avocados, nuts, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. The results were remarkable. After 12 weeks, Charles reported feeling like a new man with significantly improved energy and desire. Dorothy's hot flashes decreased by 80%, and her comfort with intimacy improved dramatically. But here's the most important part. Hormone optimization isn't just about supplements. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your body's natural hormone production. Sleep is crucial. Poor sleep can reduce testosterone by up to 15% in just 1 week. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which suppresses sex hormones. The secret is consistency. These changes don't happen overnight, but they do happen if you stick with the program. Secret number 5. Intimacy is more than physical. Secret number 5 might be the most important one. True intimacy after 65 is about so much more than physical connection. And when you understand this, everything changes. Physical intimacy is just one component of a rich, fulfilling romantic relationship. Emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy, and spiritual intimacy all contribute to a deeper, more satisfying connection. Here's what I've learned from treating thousands of senior couples. The couples who report the highest satisfaction aren't necessarily the ones with the most active physical lives. They're the ones with the deepest overall connection. Let me share the story of James and Patricia, both 74. James came to me concerned because their physical intimacy had decreased significantly after his prostate surgery 2 years earlier. "I feel like I'm not the man she married," he said. When I met with both of them, Patricia surprised us both. "James, the surgery didn't change how I feel about you. Some of our most intimate moments have nothing to do with the bedroom." This opened up a beautiful conversation about the many ways they connected. Their morning coffee ritual, where they shared their dreams from the night before. Their evening walks, where they held hands and talked about their day. The way James still opened car doors for Patricia, and how Patricia would rest her hand on James's shoulder when he was reading. I introduced them to what I call the 5 languages of senior intimacy. 1. Physical touch, not necessarily sexual. Holding hands, cuddling, massaging each other's shoulders. 2. Quality time, undivided attention, shared activities, meaningful conversations. 3. Words of affirmation expressing appreciation, gratitude, and love verbally. 4. Acts of service, doing things for each other that make life easier or more pleasant. 5. Shared experiences, trying new things together, creating memories, adventures. James and Patricia started intentionally practicing all 5 languages. They instituted a daily 20-minute connection time, where they put away all devices and just focused on each other. They started taking dance lessons, something they'd talked about for years but never done. The transformation was remarkable. While their physical intimacy did improve over time, they reported feeling more connected and in love than they had in decades. Research from the National Institute on Aging confirms this. Couples who maintain multiple forms of intimacy report higher relationship satisfaction and better overall health outcomes. Remember, your relationship is like a beautiful garden with many different flowers. Physical intimacy is just one bloom. Tend to all of them, and your garden will flourish. Chakakuran. Secret number 6. The environment matters more than you think. Secret number 6 will transform your romantic life. Your physical and emotional environment plays a massive role in intimate satisfaction, especially as we age. As we get older, we become more sensitive to our surroundings. Temperature, lighting, comfort, privacy, and even timing all become more important factors in creating conditions for intimacy. Let me tell you about William and Rose, married 52 years. Rose came to me frustrated. "We have the desire, but somehow it never seems to work out," she said. When I dug deeper, I discovered several environmental factors that were sabotaging their intimate moments. First, their bedroom had become a multi-purpose room. There was a TV, Rose's craft supplies, William's medical equipment, and piles of mail on the dresser. The room felt more like an office than a sanctuary. Second, they were trying to be intimate late at night when they were both exhausted. As we age, our energy levels naturally peak earlier in the day. Third, their mattress was 15 years old and causing both of them back pain, making physical intimacy uncomfortable. Here's the environmental optimization plan I recommended. Bedroom transformation. Remove all non-bedroom items, TV, work materials, clutter. Invest in blackout curtains for better sleep and privacy. Add soft, warm lighting with dimmer switches. Introduce pleasant scents with essential oil diffusers, lavender or ylang ylang. Replace their old mattress with a supportive, comfortable one. Timing optimization. Shift intimate time to late morning or early afternoon when energy levels are higher. Create a power nap routine to boost afternoon energy. Plan intimate moments after light meals, not heavy ones. Temperature control. Keep the room slightly cool, 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, as aging bodies tend to run warmer. Use breathable, soft fabrics for sheets and sleepwear. Privacy and comfort. Ensure complete privacy. Grandchildren, housekeepers, etc. are not around. Have water and any needed comfort items easily accessible. Create a phone-free zone during intimate time. William was initially skeptical about spending money on bedroom improvements, but Rose convinced him to try. They transformed their bedroom into what Rose called their love sanctuary. The results were immediate and dramatic. Within 2 weeks, they reported feeling more relaxed, comfortable, and connected. It's like we created our own romantic resort, William said. But here's the deeper secret. When you invest in creating a beautiful, comfortable environment for intimacy, you're sending a powerful message to yourself and your partner that your relationship is worth investing in. This psychological boost is often just as important as the physical improvements. Don't underestimate the power of the environment. Small changes can yield massive results. Secret number 7 could be life-changing. Knowing when and how to seek professional help can transform not just your intimate life, but your overall health and happiness. Many seniors suffer in silence because they're embarrassed to discuss intimate concerns with healthcare providers, or they believe these issues are just part of aging and nothing can be done. Both of these beliefs are wrong and harmful. Let me share the story of Arthur and Helen, both 69. They'd struggled with intimate issues for 3 years but were too embarrassed to seek help. "We're not young anymore," Arthur said. "We thought we should just accept it." When they finally came to see me, I discovered Arthur had undiagnosed sleep apnea, which was affecting his hormone levels and energy. Helen had mild depression following the loss of her sister, which was affecting her interest in intimacy. These were both highly treatable conditions, but they had suffered unnecessarily for years because they didn't know help was available. Here's when you should absolutely seek professional help. For men, sudden changes in intimate function, inability to maintain or achieve arousal consistently, loss of desire that persists for more than a few months, pain during intimacy, significant changes in energy, mood, or physical strength. For women, painful intimacy that doesn't improve with lubrication, complete loss of desire lasting more than 6 months, significant mood changes affecting relationships, physical changes that cause discomfort or concern. For couples, communication breakdown about intimate matters, relationship tension related to intimate changes, feeling disconnected despite love for each other. The types of professionals who can help include: 1. Urologists, like me, for men's physical concerns. 2. Gynecologists, who specialize in mature women's health. 3. Sex therapists, for relationship and psychological concerns. 4. Couples counselors, for communication and relationship issues. 5. Endocrinologists. For hormone-related concerns, I worked with Arthur and Helen's primary care doctor to address Arthur's sleep apnea with a CPAP machine. Within 6 weeks, his energy and hormone levels improved dramatically. For Helen, I recommended she speak with a counselor about her grief, which was affecting multiple areas of her life, not just intimacy. I also suggested she discuss with her doctor whether a short-term, low-dose antidepressant might be helpful during this difficult period. The transformation was remarkable. Within 4 months, they reported feeling like partners again, not just roommates. Here's what I want you to understand. Seeking professional help isn't admitting defeat. It's taking charge of your health and happiness. You wouldn't ignore chest pain or persistent headaches. Don't ignore intimate health concerns either. Modern medicine has incredible solutions for many age-related intimate concerns. From hormone therapy to medical devices, to counseling techniques, there are more options available today than ever before. But you have to advocate for yourself. Many primary care doctors won't bring up these topics unless you do first. Be prepared to start the conversation. The biggest mistake. Now, as promised, let me reveal the number one mistake that 89% of couples over 65 make that kills intimacy completely. They stop trying because they assume intimate challenges are permanent and untreatable. This assumption becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you stop trying, stop communicating, stop seeking solutions, and stop prioritizing your intimate connection, it absolutely will disappear. But here's the beautiful truth I've witnessed thousands of times. It's never too late to reignite the spark in your relationship. I've helped couples in their 80s rediscover passion they thought was gone forever. I've seen marriages transformed after 50-plus years together. I've watched couples who were considering divorce fall in love all over again. The secret isn't youth. It's commitment to growth, communication, and not accepting limitations that aren't actually limitations. Your intimate life doesn't have to decline with age. In many ways, it can improve. You have more time, less stress about pregnancy, more patience, and decades of love and trust built up with your partner. Don't let fear, embarrassment, or false assumptions rob you of one of life's greatest pleasures and sources of connection. Start with secret number one. Have that honest conversation with your partner. Then work through the other secrets we've discussed. If you need professional help, seek it without shame. Your love story doesn't end at 65. It just enters a new, potentially more beautiful chapter. If this video has given you hope and practical solutions, please hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your share could transform someone's relationship. Subscribe to this channel for more health information that can change your life, and ring that notification bell so you never miss important updates. In the comments below, I want you to answer this question. What's one small step you're going to take this week to improve intimacy in your relationship? Your answer might inspire someone else to take action too. Remember, age is just a number. Love, connection, and intimacy are timeless. This is Dr. James Whitaker reminding you that your best years can be ahead of you, not behind you. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.